you're still waiting for motivation, you've already lost. I know that sounds harsh, but that's the truth. Because the people who are waiting to feel ready, the ones who keep saying, once I feel motivated, they never move. Meanwhile, the winners are already 100 reps deep, already 100 cold calls in, already building. Motivation is overrated. Discipline wins. My name is Devin Johnson, CEO of SalesAI.com. I've built, scaled, failed, and exited multiple businesses. This is no BS advice I wish I knew before I ever got started. The lie of motivation. Let's break this down. Motivation is a feeling, and the feelings are unstable. You feel hungry, then you feel tired, then you feel excited. All of it changes by the hour or by the minute. So if your actions are based on your feelings, you'll be inconsistent. One week, you're in the zone. Next week, you vanish. Zero momentum, no results. And here's what's dangerous. The world encourages this. It sells you motivation like a drug. Inspirational quotes, hype reels, 30-second dopamine shots. But the truth, real growth starts when you do things you don't feel like doing. Winners don't need motivation. They move because it's time to move. They execute because it's a non-negotiable. What actually builds confidence? You think confidence comes from reading books, from journaling, your goals every morning? No, confidence comes from doing hard things, especially when you don't want to. The reason you don't trust yourself is because you've broken way too many promises to yourself. You said you'd wake up early, you didn't. You said you'd launch the business, you never did. You said you'd hit the gym, still making excuses. Every time you do that, you chip away at your identity. You start to see yourself as someone who's all talk and never follows through. The fix, you build your self-trust by stacking small wins, and I mean small ones, daily. No motivation needed, just action. The difference between amateurs and pros. This is what separates amateurs from professionals. Amateurs need to feel good and act. Pros act no matter how they feel. When you're a pro, you don't negotiate with yourself. You don't argue with your alarm clock. You don't scroll through Instagram looking for a reason to start. You've made the decision. You're either building or you're bullshitting. You are either in motion or you're making excuses. It's one or the other. There's no in between. You want to be taken seriously? You want to build real wealth, real freedom, real power? Then act like a professional. Show up. Do the reps. Even when it's inconvenient, especially when it's inconvenient. And how do you create permanent momentum? Now, let me give you something tactical. You want momentum? Stop trying to feel motivated. Instead, build a non-negotiable routine. Wake up at the same time. Do these same essential tasks every day. Make progress in your business, your body, your mind, whether you feel like it or not. You're not going to feel like doing it every day. Nobody does. I don't always feel like building, but I do it anyway because the future, I want it. The life I'm creating doesn't care about my mood. And here's what happens. When you push through the resistance long enough, you start to win. You build real confidence, you build proof, and the success becomes a habit, not something you hope for. Not something you get lucky with, something you earn. So let me say this again. If you're still waiting for motivation, you've already lost. Motivation is for people who don't take themselves seriously. Discipline, that's for people who win. So stop scrolling, stop waiting, stop negotiating. Decide what you want, build a system, and execute relentlessly. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards action. So if you're tired of being stuck, move now. And if this message hit you, drop a comment and tell me what you're acting on today. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, today. And subscribe if you're done with the fluff and ready for the real. Let's get to work.